All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for our daily videos, keeping you informed on everything going on with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, the whole market. Today we're talking about XRP. I want to talk about EOS. I want to talk about Litecoin. Then we're going to transition into the Mac Daddy of them all. I want to talk about Bitcoin. Now, I pulled what I feel are some of the most important articles of the day as far as cryptocurrency goes, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to discuss them, and then we're going to move into some price action and talk about what exactly is going on in this market. So let's jump right into it, guys. If there is a cryptocurrency, if there is an altcoin that you want us to talk about in the coming videos, feel free to let us know in the comments. Do you like Neo? Do you like Tezos? Do you like Ethereum Classic, IOTA? Let us know, and we'll talk about whether those coins have value in the comments. Now let's jump right into it. 1 billion XRP. Ripple has unlocked 442 million in crypto from Escrow. So Ripple has unlocked 1 billion XRP from Escrow, worth about 442 million at the time of publishing. The San Francisco startup will sell a portion of their funds to crypto exchanges and institutional participants and return the rest to Escrow at the end of this month. And you can see the transaction official details right here. Ripple, which owns more than half of the total supply of XRP, does not reveal the buyers. However, crypto whale watchers are constantly monitoring XRP movements for Ripple's over-the-counter wallets to unknown wallets, which indicates sales of XRP. This is a Twitter handle that I follow, Whale Alert, and they often show when large amounts of cryptocurrency are transferred. They show when whales are moving money. So Ripple typically sells a fraction of the total amount unlocked each month and releases an overview of the dollar amount of XRP sold each quarter. According to the company's latest report, Ripple has sold 169 million worth of XRP in January, February, and March. And you can see that right here. Since 2016, Ripple has sold a total of 890 million in XRP, 34.4% to crypto exchanges and 65.6% to institutions. Ripple's sales of XRP have recently triggered a lively debate on Reddit on whether it has an impact on the price of the leading digital asset or not. So some people think that because of all this selling of XRP tokens from the company, this is what has caused the price to kind of stay flat or stagnant in the past few months, although in the past month or so, Ripple has bumped up a little bit. Right now, the price of XRP is 41 cents for one token. Now, I myself, I don't hold any XRP currently, but it is a very volatile cryptocurrency. I mean, it could make somebody a lot of money in the short to mid-term, I feel, but just how volatile it is. If you're invested in XRP, let us know why in the comments. And by the way, guys, I want to clear up one myth about XRP. A lot of people think that Ripple, the company, just created XRP out of thin air. A lot of people think that the Ripple token was just created by this company and they just printed money themselves. Guys, that is not the case. For the real answer, we're going to ripple.com, the official website. Ripple, the company, didn't create XRP. 100 billion XRP was created before the company was formed. And then after the company Ripple was founded, the creator of XRP then gifted a substantial amount of XRP to the company. So I hope that clears it up, guys. All right, let's talk about EOS. So EOS right now is trading at $6.66. It's seemingly bottomed out at about $1.70, and right now we're trading at $6.66. Its all-time high was $18.50. Of course, if you subscribe to our channel, you know that the big news that we reported to you yesterday is that EOS is creating a new social media platform on the EOS blockchain. Well, technically block.one is creating it, but just to clarify things, block.one is the multi-billion-dollar startup that built the EOS platform. And if you know the name Dan Larimer, he's the CTO of block.one. A lot of people just use his name as the creator of EOS. He also created BitShares and Steemit. And let's talk about the features of this new social media platform, and then I'm going to give you my opinion as to why, personally, I don't think it's going to succeed. So basically, the main selling point so far that we've heard is that on this new social media platform, there's going to be no bots. There's too much bot noise on the social media world. They're going to get rid of bots. Now, the problem is that they're going to keep bots off of the social media platform by checking the identity of every single user against a government ID. So it's almost like you have to be KYC compliant to use this social media platform. They say what we're aiming for is a truly self-sustaining economy of thoughts and ideas where what's good for the platform is good for the users too. That's from the CEO, Brendan Bloomer. Now, one of the main features of the new platform will be the certainty that everybody on it is real. I mean, that sounds appealing, but I don't think it's too appealing having to give over my ID. So this could be a major feature for voice versus networks like Facebook and Twitter, which have each faced significant challenges with bots and disinformation and abuse. Now, here's the thing, and I'm glad whoever wrote this article and the company is recognizing this. Here's the thing. It's going to be very hard to reach adoption with a social media platform. You don't think 100, 1,000 companies have tried to do what Facebook has done in the last 10 years? I mean, even Dan Larimer, who created Steam and Steemit, which is basically a cryptocurrency version of YouTube. Steemit, it didn't succeed. And that's sad because it was a good idea. But the fact is, when it comes down to it, people don't just transition to a new social media platform. Once one social media platform has a vast network effect, just like Bitcoin, it's hard to kill the king, is all I'm saying. So check this out. This is a strategy, I guess you'd say, as to why they think their social media platform will find adoption. The hardest fight for any social media project is to reach a large number of users. Well, the voice should be very attractive, they say, especially for big-time influencers. Well, why would influencers all go to voice? Because not only will they be able to monetize their following as brands pay them to engage with their products, but that paid content may also see a significant response from their followers. In other words, if users engage with paid content, influencers will get paid twice. What? You guys hate it when we do paid content. I mean, most people don't really care. If you ignore the videos that we do that are sometimes paid, that's fine. A lot of people are supportive anyway and always, give the videos a thumbs up anyways. But overall, and I understand this, I often, on the social media influencers I follow, when they do paid content, a lot of times I just ignore it, and that's fine. They're getting paid. But to think that influencers and then people are going to flock in numbers to a new social media platform because of the fact they get to interact with paid content, it's just not something that I would put my money on. Sorry, voice, but I think, in my opinion, you're going to fall to the wayside. Like Steemit. Of course, new information will come out. Maybe you have a different opinion than me. That's fine. Let me know in the comments. Let's move on to Litecoin. So Litecoin right now is at $103. To have two quick pieces of news. Number one, this news is actually a couple weeks old. The Litecoin subreddit has surpassed 200,000 subscribers. I actually subscribed to them just today. And that's a 10 times increase from just 2 years ago. Our Litecoin is now the 942nd largest subreddit on all of Reddit. So it's positive to see growth and activity continue to increase, potentially indicating something more than pure speculation and a longer-term interest in the space and how this continues to develop. So this is an indication that people are interested in Litecoin, and possibly because the Litecoin halving is coming up this year, people are buying into it because they expect a pump. Now, on the other side of things, and this isn't indicative of the, a fundamental indicator of the company as a whole, but it is interesting. Somebody paid $17,000 Litecoin transaction fee. So this is a rare and unfortunate occurrence when it happens, but somebody paid a 200 Litecoin transaction fee valued at over $17,000. This move appears to be a consolidation of funds, as over half the inputs ended up back where they had originated. The address frequently adds and removes thousands of Litecoins, meaning it is more likely than not owned by a business or a network, or a business on the network and not an individual. But by all accounts, this looks like an honest mistake, either human error or automated. The miner who took their fee appears to be part of the LTC.top, a Chinese-based protocol. It would be advisable to reach out to them, as others have done in the past, to resolve this issue if those behind the transaction wish to recover the fee. So it is unfortunate. We've seen this happen with Bitcoin too, and that's the story. Like I said, guys, if there is an altcoin that you do want us to talk about in the future, I mean, we are Altcoin Daily. Even though I believe in Bitcoin much more, we are Altcoin Daily. And let us know, and we might bring it up in future videos. Of course, you and me will probably debate whether these altcoins actually have real value in the comments below. But hey, let me hear your argument. I do want to transition to Bitcoin and start off. We're going to talk about price action in just a second and basically what caused this. We do have some details, but before that, I'm going to read you this Loukas tweet because this sums up my investing strategy more than anything I've read in a long time. I expect Bitcoin to reach a target of $100,000 over the next 3 years, but some altcoins will likely do a 1,000x, seeing exponential moves similar to 2017, although a large majority will go to zero. But here's the thing. Do you believe that you can outperform a buy and hold strategy for Bitcoin by actively trading altcoins? Me personally, look, even if an altcoin does 1,000x, there's no way I'm going to be able to invest in the bottom and, sell on top because, you're not going to know what's going to do 200x versus 1,000x. And even besides that, how do you know which altcoins will be successful? Because a large majority are going to zero. That's why most of my portfolio is in Bitcoin, because I think it is one of the safest cryptocurrency strategies. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, form your own opinions. Let's move on. Before we talk about price, just so you know, if you would have put $10 a day into Bitcoin starting at the peak in December of 2017, you'd be up 46% today. And the facts and figures are right here in front of you. I'm going to leave a link to all this in the description. I like what this person said. If you buy a little bit every week, you're guaranteed to buy within 1 week of the absolute bottom. All right, let's talk about the price action. And then I'm actually going to leave you with a little video. But in the last 24 hours, we saw Bitcoin go from about 8,500 all the way down to 7,700. And right now, we're still looks like we're tumbling down. Right now, we're at 7,800. But apparently, people have been doing some research, and this, as this person says, pure whale manipulation, and this person can prove it. Now, check this out. So the Bitcoin dump today was completely manufactured. About 20 to 30 minutes before the dump, a whale moved 25 Bitcoins to Coinbase. Here's a link. About an hour after the dump, a whale moved 14 Bitcoins from Coinbase to another wallet. 40 minutes after that, a whale moved 11 Bitcoin from Coinbase to another wallet. Here's a link for that. And then 15 minutes after that, a whale moved 10 million USDT from one wallet to another. Here's a link for that. So what is the conclusion to all this? Well, if you do a little math and follow the timeline, it's not hard to see that somebody dumped 25 Bitcoins for 215 million and bought it back shortly after for 200 million. In doing so, they pocketed 15 million and walked away with the same amount of Bitcoin that they started with. And as this person said, welcome to the show. Whether that's true or not, they did provide verification for all their claims. Sometimes dumps like this are just in an illiquid market on exchanges that are illiquid. Sometimes it's just whale selling. Of course, it seems like this was manipulation, but it is par for the course, and another reason why I have learned maybe it's not a wise move for me to time the markets, maybe a buy and hold strategy until we see the bullish cycle complete. Between 100,000 and 200,000 is my personal target. Of course, if that ever changes, I will update you immediately. And to finish things off, let us know if you think this is manipulation in the comments. And to finish off today's video, and I think you're really going to like this, but I want to talk about why maybe it takes the SEC so long to realize not only the value that Bitcoin has, but just to give realistic, wise regulations around it like we all think should be done immediately. And I'm going to leave you with this. This is why adoption in the US is so behind when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Have a look at this shocking video from Congress. I'm only going to play you a part of it, but it is hilarious. And if you have stuck around for this whole video today, if you're still with us, let us know in the comments that you are watching this final video at the end. Now, check this out.
If I move from here and go over there and sit with my Democrat friends, which will make them real nervous, does Google track my movement? Does Google, through this phone, know that I have moved here and moved over to the left?
Not by default. There may be a Google service which you've opted in to use,
So Google knows that I am moving over there. It's not a trick question. You know, you make $100 million a year, you ought to be able to answer that question. Does Google know through this phone that I am moving over there and sitting next to Mr. Johnson? It's yes or no.
I wouldn't be able to answer without looking at...
You can't say yes or no.
Without knowing more details.
Yes or no?
I genuinely don't know without knowing
I'm
what
shocked
services.
you don't know. I think Google obviously does.
Would you agree to allow an independent entity to study your search results for political bias? I know you've had individuals studying that now, but you appointed them. Would you allow a third-party, independent, outside organization to study your search results and cooperate with them to determine the degree, or if any, of political bias?
To date, there have been independent third-party studies looking at search results. The Economist did.
But you chose those third parties. I'm talking about someone truly independent.
We didn't choose those third parties. I mean, they completed those studies.
If you Google the word idiot under images, a picture of Donald Trump comes up. I just did that. How would that happen? How does search work so that that would occur?
For any time you type in a keyword, we've gone out and crawled and stored copies of billions of web pages in our index. And we take the keyword and match it against web pages and rank them based on over 200 signals. Things like relevance, freshness, popularity, how other people are using it. And based on that, at any given time, we try to rank and find the best results for that query. And then we evaluate them with external raters to make sure that, and they evaluate it to objective guidelines. And that's how we make sure the process is working.
So it's not some
immediately.
little man sitting behind the curtain